All right, so we're joined with the head coach of the Reggae Boyz, Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson. Coach, firstly, domestic-based camp. You're looking forward to the next few days, weeks with the team?
Yeah, so the plan is to have a month and a half with focusing on domestic players, giving them an option to show us what they can do, and hopefully we can finish that month and a half with 2 games in Trinidad. So that's the plan, to play 2 games in Trinidad. I guess it will be around starting of March. So it gives us a good time to watch the players in action in their teams, but it's fantastic opportunity for a national team coach to be able to bring in the players from the clubs to a midweek session, and I promise to the coaches and the clubs that I will not overdo them, so it's going to be more tactical, helping them to understand our tactics and our working environment. So really happy that we have the national team have a chance to look at them and appreciate it, really appreciate it.
How you went about selecting these players for this spot, coach?
So these are players that probably have kind of outshined a little bit in the early stages of the season. So I didn't want to bring in now the players that have been with us more or less. So looking at more depth, looking at the hot players. I know somebody will say, but I was really hot this last 2-3 rounds, but this is it. We decided to select only 22 players, and we will have a chance to look at more players, and by watching more games in the league, we will probably call up some more for the first time players. So that's basically this selection, players I don't know much and would like to know a little bit more of.
And how have you briefed them, and basically what have you told them you're looking for from them?
So first, now today is about build up, is about playing through pressure, playing through the thirds, etc. So just show them now how we do it, how we want to do it, and then we just have a chance to see how they cope in a short time. Of course, nothing happens overnight, so it's the first time they touch base with what we want, and hopefully we will have a pleasant outcome of today and tomorrow.
How regular will this camp be, coach? As I said, this is for 2 days. As I said, he's saying for over a month, or regularly, and how long?
Yeah, so for 1 month and a half, we would like to do this camp. Yeah, would like to do this camp every other week here in Kingston in the technical center. I hope that is possible, and then the other week maybe one session or a light friendly game. So that will be ideal for me, but I understand sometimes there is a midweek game, so we cannot call all the players, or we cannot call any players. So we just adjust to the program and the schedule of the JPL.
So what would you say to those doubters who will say these players are only training and would not really get any chance to get into the final team when the main team is being selected?
Yeah, I would disagree, because everybody now, and especially those players here that we are looking at and selecting, those players have the privilege of showing what they can do. So if players are good enough, they will play, and I think we have shown that multiple times, that you don't need to have played a long time. You even, in the case of Whisper, you don't need to play GPL even, JPL to get the national team. So these guys have the upper hand of other players playing all around the world, and that they can show the national team coach what they can do. So if they are good enough, they will play.
Will they be incorporated in any way, at all, with the senior team? Any of them? Have you had that idea in mind to occasionally bring in 1 or 2 with the senior members and see how they function?
I think we have done that, yes, we have done that. So we have always brought in players playing in Jamaica. But it's all about quality. In the end, we are bound to win football matches, and our program is only official matches. So I'm really grateful that we will have a chance, like now against Trinidad, to look at domestic players and see them in action in national team games, in national team games. Hopefully it's 2 games. So Yeah, it's all to that. It's all about them, what they can show, and you don't select the team many months prior to a game, so they have the privilege of being able to show the coach what they can do.
People like to know here when you single out players, coach. Any player in the squad that personally caught your eye and you look to give a special look in, so to speak.
No, I've been looking now at some players that I've been told have been playing really well. So now me and names, I probably would say some wrong names. But anyways, I have an eye on some players that have caught the eye at late. But let's see if they are national team level, and that's the good chance, and the quality and the good thing about having them here is that I can look at them and see what they can deliver.
As I said, this will all culminate with a game or 2 games against Trinidad. By that time, coach, what would you hope to accomplish with this group of players?
No, hopefully we can get them to understand the way we want to play. What's the most important when it comes to national team games, where you need to have focus and concentration at all seconds in the game, and the system we like to play, the principles that we like to withhold. So we would like them to understand all of that, and hopefully we can end with a good performance against Trinidad. They are also preparing themselves for really important games and want to be in. They have a chance to be in Copa America, so they are really preparing for that event. So yeah, it's an important game for them as well.
Certainly, as I say, you want this to leave a good impression with this camp on the players.
Yeah. Me and them, I know them like also to do well. But it's not like make or break. It's just the first camp. We will call other players later. We will look at a lot of players, and that's the good thing of having, an extended period of time with the domestic players, that they will have chance to come and show. And if not today, they can do that tomorrow or during a JPL game next week or the week after. So that's the good thing of being able to focus on one thing at a time.
Okay. And as I say, you have no issue with the other coaches.
Not yet. But I would understand as a former club coach that you don't want to lose the players too much. But if it's a good cooperation, and we'll take care of the players. So it's not about fitness. We're not doing any fitness or things like this. So we're just doing tactics and looking at them, how they cope with what we want them to do in our tactics. So hopefully they will just come better rested to their clubs again, and then play good at the weekend. We'll see.
What's the duration of training camp like this? How long are you planning to keep these type of camps?